Okay, Emily, we're live.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay, sorry.
Wow, Ashley's early.
Oh, sweet. We already have someone. Yes.
Awesome.
I think we're missing something though.
Are we?
Yeah. Since we have to wait anyway.
I know what you're doing.
Oh, this looks like more of a grimace than a smile.
He kind of has a grin. Now add little knobs on his.
Like pickle
Yeah.
knobs.
There you go.
There. Now it's Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Yeah. He's
Oh
in
my
the
gosh,
background.
we already have 1.3 thousand people watching this.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people here. That's awesome.
Hey everybody.
Hi guys. I thought there'd be just a couple hundred total, but there's a lot. So we decided to do a live stream tonight in lieu of the Tuesday video because Ed and I have a lot going on this week. We are prepping for the Tinley NARBC, or North American Reptile Breeders Conference, and that's this weekend, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Tinley Park, Illinois, which we are so excited for. But because we'll be out of town all weekend, I normally do video edits on Wednesday nights, Thursday's animal care night, and then Friday I edit another video, but we'll be gone. So instead of rushing to try to get that video done, we just figured we'd do a live stream, and then we can answer some of your questions too that you may have. Should I erase that at all?
No, leave it up there.
Okay, can you see it all on the screen?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, we're also missing a snake. We did bring snakes. As you can see, we're not in our home. We actually rented a room in a public shared workspace building, and it took some convincing, but we're allowed to rent it with snakes with us. So who should we start with? We should grab
I'll start with Hannah.
Sure, Hannah will work. We did not bring Rex. I'm just gonna tell you right now, we didn't want to have our first time at this building and bring a big alligator. So we did not bring Rex, but we did bring some other favorites that I think you're really gonna like seeing, including Nearly Headless Nick. He is with us and we're gonna bring him out at some point too. Hannah, you're so chill. Man, I just love this snake. She really takes after her dad, Janet. So yeah, should we start answering a couple questions? And Ed's very concentrated on the computer chat on the chat right now. So he's watching your comments, and I think he's trying to scan and find questions.
Erica sent something about Brooke Hout's video.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, so.
No, I don't think I've seen. We've been really busy, so we probably have some catching up to do on some other YouTuber videos from people that we follow.
Here's a good question. Okay. Emily Wire, sorry.
Okay.
Are you guys planning on having children? I know Rex is your child, but human children.
Human children. All right, we're going to start off the Q&A with a really good question. I promised my firstborn child to a wizard, and I don't want to make good on the deal. So we are not planning on having any kids at all. I'm sorry. Good question, though. Very good question. And I should actually probably but just kind of mention that we're not going to do questions about care for animals, like how do you care for a corn snake, because those types of questions would take a very long time to thoroughly answer, and we'd want to do those questions due justice. So we won't be doing those on this video. We'll just kind of do other questions that you have, whether it be about Ed and I, like that one, or about our snakes, or about really anything.
Here's one that I'm doing it just because she said she's gonna freak out if she sees this, or she hears this. Kitty Glitter asks, how long have you had your pets?
How long have we had our pets?
Just go over some of the ones that we've had.
Ooh, okay. So my very first pet I got that was my pet, other than fish, was a parakeet when I was in 5th grade. So that's what introduced me into the world of exotic animals, and that's when I really got into birds all through high school and college. I was hardcore into parrots. I had several macaws and an African gray. And then it was after college that I really got into, and during college, that I got into reptiles. And that's when I learned that they're so much easier to take care of than birds. They don't chew on your furniture or squawk or need 4 hours of attention every day. So that's why I switched over to reptiles. But we still have Cheyenne, our macaw. How about you, Ed? Ed is behind the camera, as usual. He is here.
Yeah.
He will be reading some questions for us. But I couldn't convince him to sit next to me. I tried.
I mostly started out with typical animals like dogs and cats, and then I got Athena, the ball python, but she's no longer with us. So, but then it's just kind of stuff that you see in the videos.
So, so your traditional pets until we
dogs
met.
and cats was pretty much it. Okay. Oh, until we met, and then I got a bird.
That's true. Yeah, we met over birds. That's true.
Which snake are you holding right now?
This is Hannah. She is one from our very first clutch that we produced. And she's from Brad and Janet, and I named her Hannah because when she came out of the egg, she had this H right here on her back, and she also has another H down further towards her tail. So I named her Hannah that both begins and ends with an H because of the H's on her back. But she joins me at programs. She eats a mouse in front of the audience, which kids get a huge kick out of. And she's really friendly because she joins me.
What's your favorite thing about hognose snakes? Also, I want to thank Erica Rose for the donation, Shane O'Reilly for the donation.
Oh my gosh.
Erica Rose again.
Erica Rose? Oh, you guys are so nice.
She talked about she uploaded the video she was talking about.
Oh,
it's the one where she uploaded a video about her abusing a dog and then she took it down really quickly.
I did see that video. Yeah, that was very sad.
And then Robert Wilson.
Oh, thank you, Robert. Thank you, everybody. That's
He's
really
got a question
nice
I'll read
of you.
in a minute,
So hog noses. There's several things I like about hogs. But from their upturned snout that you can even see in their skeleton, to their rear fangs that pop toads for them to eat, to their defense mechanism of playing dead. I just like how unique. Oh, don't go through my hair. Oh no, she's going through my hair. I just like how unique they are.
Yeah, she's already on the other side.
Oh, she's gonna have to go.
Whoa, will you get to see Emily with her hair down?
No, I don't think so. I can do this without taking my hair down. Go through my hair. Oh no, bull snakes. Gotta love them. Well,
all right, there we go.
She's on the table now. Hopefully the other people here don't mind. So, yeah, that's bull snakes. They like to just plow through with their nose through hair when it's up. So I think we're gonna switch her out.
Did you finish your hognose question?
Yeah, so hognoses I just really like because they're so unique. They're just different. They're one of my least favorite species to breed though.
Perfect.
Because we brought a hognose, that's right.
Yeah. Your favorite hognose.
Yeah, my favorite one. This is Charlotte. She's our albino twin spot hog. Least favorite to breed though, because babies are horrible eaters. I still have 8 babies from this year. So if you're on the waiting list and I haven't contacted you yet, it's because I'm still trying to get these babies to eat. Some still haven't eaten a single meal because they're that picky. But we're working with them. And they're so cute. And then they can get away with it.
Next one I saw was, what's your oldest snake? Age and name.
Oh, my oldest snake right now would be Tutti Frutti, our Mexican milk snake. She is 17 or 18-ish years old, but she is such a nice snake. She's so pretty. She's a big milk snake too, so she is fantastic. I am noticing though that she's not holding up her body as well as she used to, so she is starting to show her age, unfortunately.
Yeah. Are you ever going to breed nearly headless Nick?
Oh yeah, nearly headless Nick. I don't know if we'll breed him actually. I mean, we could try. We could see if he could still figure it out. I mean, he might be able to, so maybe in the future. That's a good question. We have Twiggy or all their other common garter snake that we could with when she's big enough, so it's a possibility. Yeah.
All right.
We also have some.
Keep up here. There's a lot of comments.
Ed's having a tough time keeping up with
you guys
all of
are
your
talking
comments.
a lot.
Thank you for all the comments and questions, though, guys. Ooh. I also have a couple packages to open from fans that have sent us stuff.
Was Brad and Janet named after Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes, they were named after Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I haven't been saying the names of people. Oh, there's a lot more comment.
Oh man, it's catching up.
Yes. Hippie Chef, thank you. That
Hippie
was the
Chef,
Rocky
thank you.
Horror Picture Show.
So Janet we originally named because we got him in January. He was my first snake. We adopted him from our local herpetological society. We thought he was a female, and we got it in January, so Janet. And then we had him probed, and it was a male, so it was too late. We were already used to calling him Janet. So when we got a girlfriend for him, we had to name her Brad. What was that face for?
We just have a lot of people.
Oh, you can't read them? There's so many?
I'm trying.
How about I'll open something? Here, she can go in this box. Here, actually, I wanted to open that box. Here, go in my lap. So, this package I wanted to open tonight because as soon as we were done filming our last mail opening video, this arrived, and I couldn't open it because we had.
Do you want to explain how long we sat on that last opening video?
This, Yeah, our last mail opening that we filmed was in June, I think. So we have July, August, we have 3 months worth of packages and letters and artwork, and we're trying to get through them now. So we got this box. Oh,
I'm sorry if I missed a donation or something. Thank you guys, you were amazing. Nick, the Reptilian Viking.
Oh, they're donating?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
QB Hyena, Helen
nice.
K, Jess Burns.
Jess Burns.
You guys are amazing, and I'm trying to keep up. It's just there's a lot.
Donate. It's okay, but it's very nice of you. I'm sorry if we miss any names. Apparently, the comments are scrolling by so fast on Ed's end. He's having a tough time, but
I'm glad I brought the laptop.
Yeah, that's the good thing you brought the laptop. Okay, so this.
Enough questions. Let's open that.
Let's open this. It came with Skittles duct tape, which is a perfect duct tape, and I wish I had some, but.
She did bring the knife scarily too. So.
Oh, did bring. Oh, you should hold Hognose.
Okay, here,
Yeah, you get her.
You're gonna hurt somebody.
I know, I don't want to risk. I brought the snake discovery knife. I will open away from myself. Is what I've learned. There. This is gonna be all unedited too, so you have to watch me.
Yeah, you have to watch her struggle now.
This is why Ed's sitting so far away, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to sit next to you when you're trying to stab everybody.
Right. Gotta open it. Oh, wow, oh my gosh. Okay, so there's some personal pictures in here of I think who sent this, so I'm just not gonna show them.
And a letter.
And a letter.
We do read everything. Some things just don't make it on camera.
From
Tilt the pictures down.
Mary. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, so we have a letter at the bottom. Oh my gosh. I think you should just grab handfuls of candy and throw them in here, which I'm not gonna complain about. Ooh. We can add to our Pokemon card collection. Oh, it's an Alolan Vulpix. Oh, man.
They're like taped together.
They are taped together. Oh, they're really taped together. Okay, I'm going to have to open those and I just see Vulpix on there.
Emily, did you know you are on famousbirthdays.com?
Oh, yeah. We were added to Famous Birthdays. That was kind of cool when that happened. Oh, white fudge chocolate. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna interject a question because I've seen quite a few people do it. Have we found candy cane?
We have not found candy cane, unfortunately, and it has since it's October. That marks the 1 year, and I mean we're still hopeful that she'll show up someday, but we think maybe she got outside. So all I can say is, if we do find her, then we will make a video ASAP to tell all of you. But until then, I mean I sadly think she is gone. So learn from my mistake and make sure that all of your enclosures are very securely shut and closed every time you put your snake back, because they are notorious for getting out. Milk snakes are great escape artists. So yeah, hopefully we find her, but I don't know if we will at this point, unfortunately. On the plus side, this is from Maddie, and Maddie gave me so much chocolate and some pictures. Oh, and actually, speaking of candy cane, there's a picture of candy cane taped to
a necklace.
A necklace or bracelet? Oh, it's an Articuno. Oh, it's a Mystic. Mystic?
Nice.
Yeah, that's Mystic, right? Yeah, we're Mystic.
I believe so.
I haven't seen their logo in a while, but I'm Team Mystic, so this is great.
This is when Ed would look it up and we'd edit, but we don't have that.
Yeah, we can't edit. I'd pretend this is Mystic. Cool, Mystic necklace. Thank you, Maddie. I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to open the rest of the little pre-packaged goodies in here, too, okay? I might eat some of the chocolate right now, because there's a lot of cool chocolate and some great pictures in here.
Trigger Mortis wants us to come up and see the reptile zoo in Canada where they work. So that would be really cool to do.
Is that the one that Dave Kaufman just posted of Reptilia? Because I saw that, and that place looks epic. Yep, let me know if that's the place that you're thinking of. There's a lot of tape on this.
Send us an email.
Yeah, or send us an email, because Ed can't see the comments very well right now.
I know there's a slow mode, but I'm still new to this, so I can't.
Yeah, we haven't really done this much. I'm going to struggle with this tape. You added so much tape, Maddie. You're making this difficult.
Oh, back on. I went on there. And we'll flip that.
What? Your face was on the screen?
It was for a second. Okay,
you got to see Ed.
We should be coming back here soon. There. Okay, we're back.
We're back?
Oh, they saw my shoulder.
Oh, you saw Ed's shoulder. Oh, the scandal. Okay, I'm going to put this on right now. That gave me time to struggle and open this, take all the tape off. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. We actually rented this place so that the internet connection would be halfway decent, and I guess it just dropped, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. If it does, we'll just keep having
trying.
to reconnect. Yep, so stick with it. Sorry. You seeing anything else fly by? That you can catch anyway?
There's a couple
Canada. Tootsie Rolls too. Nice.
Oh, somebody wants to know about breeder tips at... Oh,
Ed got distracted. I think he's taking out Nearly Headless Nick.
Breeder tips, how to pick an animal out. We can talk about our next video we're going to do.
That's a great question, yeah. Okay, first, this is Nick. Here's Nearly Headless Nick. This is his very first adventure or field trip since we got him. And he's actually doing really well. He's definitely going to smell a lot and try to figure out what's going on because he can't see. He's probably confused, but he seems fine. So breeder tips, like tips for buying a snake, like at an expo or online at an expo.
They're going to be in Tinley. JC Foster.
Oh, going to Tinley, JC? Oh, cool. We'll see you there. So at an expo, we actually have a video coming out this Friday about the do's and don'ts of shopping at a reptile expo. So that should answer a lot of your questions, and I just gave away a video. But that's going to be on Friday. Basically, if you're inspecting an animal, don't be offended if the vendor doesn't let you hold it, because there's a lot of germs that transfer or could potentially transfer from one vendor's snakes to another. So some vendors or breeders are kind of protective over their animals. But if you're able to look it over, it's good to check it for mites. It's good to check for any abscesses on its body. Ask what it's eating. Make sure it's eating regularly. If it's an uncommon species of snake or reptile, like egg-eating snakes, ask if it's wild-caught or captive bred, because if it's uncommon, there's a good chance that it's wild-caught. It's taken from the wild. And then there's a whole list of other issues you might deal with. But yeah, just ask lots of questions, and don't forget to take their business card if you do make a transaction, because then you have their contact info in case something comes up later down the line.
Here's a good question, because we get it a lot. Will you take in an animal?
Oh, so... that is a good question. Will we take in?
Thank you, Dominic.
Thanks, Dominic. So, Dominic, we sometimes do take in animals, but we have limited space, so we can't take in everything. But if it's an animal that I can use for my educational programs at schools or at libraries or scouts, then I will try to find a way to take it in, and then I can use it for educational purposes. If I can't, like if we can't find where to put it, I'd hate to take in an animal that I am not like completely falling in love with, and I don't want to like neglect. No, I wouldn't neglect it, but you know what I mean. I want it to fit in, basically. How about you? What would you say about that?
That's much more of a personal thing. Email us and we'll do it on an individual basis. If we can't take your animal in, we will try and find somebody to connect you with. Yeah,
we'll give you at least some suggestions on where you can go to try to find it at home. But that's a good idea. Dominic or anyone else, email us in sales@snakediscovery.com. I don't know why I pointed back.
All right, so this is a good one. Slightly distressed Slug asked important question. Okay. Do you sleep with your socks on or off?
Oh, who sleeps with their socks on? Sorry, slightly distressed Slug?
Yep.
I sleep with my socks off.
Yep.
Because it does too. You're a barbarian if you have your socks on when you sleep. Good question. I like those questions.
What is your favorite animal? Mythical. I've seen this one a lot, so I don't know who did this one, but
okay.
What's your favorite animal, or what's your most either mythical or real? What would be your perfect animal?
Well, everyone wants a dragon. I want a pet dragon. I want a toothless.
Oh, one of those baby dragons from Harry Potter that they pulled out of the bag? That'd be awesome.
Oh, one of the little ones. Oh, they're a miniature dragon. But I want to ride it. So I think I'd still want a night fury. Sorry, I'm playing with my feet.
No. Somebody asked, are you wearing Rick and Morty socks?
Oh,
and I went, look down, you're not wearing any socks.
Sorry, nothing today. So how about you? Favorite animal? Favorite mythical animal?
I don't know. I think one of those baby dragons from Harry Potter would be pretty
baby
sweet.
Dragon. I'll take a night fury. Good question. I guess our houses, our Harry Potter houses, since I know some people were asking that. Ed took the quiz last night, and he took 3 different quizzes and got 3 different answers. You got Hufflepuff,
Ravenclaw, and
Slytherin. You're anything but a Gryffindor, apparently.
Yeah, basically.
I haven't taken the quiz in a while, but when I did, I was apparently Ravenclaw. And then if you go into like the sub-houses, I think I was sub-house Slytherin. But Ravenclaw, I guess, is my house. What is he saying? Oh man, Nick, you're doing so well. He's like, he's still just here. I wonder if I can get him close so you guys can see him.
It's kind of blurry for some reason, but
okay. Oh, well, he can kind of look and say hi. Oh, Nick, you're doing so well. Should we open another package?
Sure.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna give you Nick.
What's your degree in?
I have a bachelor's in fisheries and wildlife. I went to the University of Minnesota, and I was on a campus with a bunch of like environmentalists, so it was really cool. There was actually a raptor center as part of my campus, so you would see them flying owls and hawks on the campus, like just for rehab. It was really cool. Nick is being difficult going back into his container, so I will work on this. This is from no name, actually. This does not have a name on it.
There's no addresses, right?
There isn't. It's from New Jersey. Yeah, I crossed out all the addresses before we got here. We're good, we're good. I thought of that. Can't blur things when it's live. Yeah. This, oh good, it comes with a letter.
Oh, Nick.
Trying to pick things that we've had. Oh, have fun with Nick. Nick wants to stay out.
Yes, he does. Well, he gets to slither around for a minute. Hopefully he just goes back in.
So this is from Ace. Oh, this is from the person who is known in the YouTube comments as Ace Lightning. Nice.
Ace Lightning.
Oh, cool. Oh, it says something about pre-1982 pennies that were cleaned with lemon juice. Whoa. And because he realized he had a bunch of pennies. Nice, nice. Oh, cool. Okay, Ace.
Do you want to mention that about the pennies thing, about copper and water?
Oh, if you haven't seen that video, you can take old, I think I have it in my pocket actually.
Well, do you want to talk about like when not to use them?
Oh, okay. Well, I can talk about both, I suppose. So, cool, Ace, you do have pennies in here. Nice, we can use these. Thank you. You can clean to them too. That's great. So, old copper pennies that are pre-1982,
Yeah.
before when they changed what they make pennies out of from copper to
copper-covered zinc.
Zinc, yeah, zinc based. You can take these old pennies that are copper based and put them in water dishes for reptiles or other animals, and they are antimicrobial. The copper is, so it helps reduce the sliminess on the outside, the bacteria buildup in the dishes. But there are some people who will say that some animals can get copper toxicity, so it's not recommended for really small snakes to use it, or some people aren't sure yet, so some people are kind of experimenting with them. But is that
also
what you
acidity in the water. So when you put the penny in water and it's acidic, it breaks down the copper and leaches it to the water. If you have basic water, you're perfectly fine.
Oh, so it's based on your water too.
Yep.
I forgot about that part actually.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, no problem. What video games do you enjoy? From David Reese.
Of pennies.
Holy moly.
Yeah, Ace Lightning gave us a whole roll of pennies. This is amazing. Are they all the old ones? Oh, they must be. Oh, I have a feeling if I open it, they're gonna spill everywhere. So thank you so much, Ace Lightning. I'm gonna use all of these pennies. So the question was,
what video games do you all enjoy?
Oh, video games.
Or I should say, y'all.
Y'all, are you from Texas? That's awesome. Okay, so I played all the Pokemon games up until Sun and Moon. And then
She tried it, she didn't like Sun and Moon.
I did try the Sun and Moon. I think I had Sun, you had Moon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the new gameplay or the new style with like the battle or the gyms with the kahunas and all that. So I actually didn't finish. That was the first Pokemon game I didn't finish. Yeah, we need a snake.
There you go.
But Pokemon games overall, I've played all the others. Fantastic. I really like those. Ed and I sometimes play, or we used to. We haven't in a while. We play Ark together, and we tame dinosaurs.
Yeah,
and
fun.
what are yours? We also play Mario Party on the Switch a lot.
Yeah, I've been just playing a lot of Switch games because we recently got a Switch.
Mm-hmm. Ed did just buy a Switch. He's been having a lot of fun with it. You just beat Zelda, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
And Mario.
What else do we play? As far as like currently, I think those are the games we most recently
We're too
played.
busy anymore.
Yeah, sadly, we've been so. I used to play a lot.
That's why the Switch really
more.
works out well.
Yeah, we can take the Switch to go. That's true. Oh, this is Martha, by the way. This is our ball python, our foster fail. She was supposed to be just a 1-month foster snake, and then I fell in love with her because she's not head shy. She like just sits there. She's great at programs, so I adopted her. And you see her in a lot of videos. I might actually. I'm not a huge fan of putting snakes around the necks, but if I'm going to use my hands, I might actually do this.
What is a good beginner colubrid snake?
Ooh, good beginner colubrid.
Alicia.
Nice, Alicia. So a great colubrid to start off with would be a corn snake. I know they're kind of common and basic, but there's so many color morphs. You can get a really cool looking one, like an albino, like a reverse okatee. There's some really pretty corn snakes out there. The reason why corn snakes, I feel, and I think they were number 1 on our top 5 list, weren't they? Because we have a top 5 best beginner snakes video. Yeah, and corn snakes were right up there. They're good eaters. They're not very expensive. They don't get terribly large, and they come in a wide variety of colors. Plus, they're very friendly snakes in general. So I would definitely try a corn snake first, and then maybe try like a bull snake if you want something with a little bit more of a challenging personality to work with.
It's a good question. I'm not 100% sure if you'll know it, but any ideas? This is from Todd Danielson. Thank you for the donation, though, Todd.
Oh, thank you, Todd.
Any ideas on a good source of captive bred reptile feeders, lizards and snakes, to provide on a varied diet for a Kriba or indigo snake?
Oh, even indigo? Lucky, that's awesome. So captive bred lizards and snakes, that's a really good question. I'm actually, because we used to have Asian vine snakes and we needed anoles, to feed them, and we just bought them from a pet store. But I know there's invasive Bahama anoles down in Florida. So I want to say there's someone down there who will catch them and sell them, which even though, well, no, parasites.
Yeah.
You don't want to use those.
The only thing I can remember is one time Harlan Wall talked about freezing them past a certain point, like negative 15 degrees or something. You get them that down with like dry ice, and it basically kills off every parasite at that point. So you'd have to feed frozen thawed, but it would at least allow a varied diet.
And an indigo isn't going to care if it's frozen thawed, so maybe
an adult isn't. A baby's
baby, yeah, that's true. But it's lizards. Their babies are tough to get to eat. Rodents, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe it's everything they're picky with, but yeah. So maybe try to find the guy down in Florida who catches those and just freeze them, and freeze them cold enough and for long enough that all those parasites are killed. I'm not sure about frozen or snakes though. Snake feeders.
Probably same thing. If you can find somebody who
or just a breeder who culls things.
Because we know one of the reptile zoos in the United States gets from a large corn snake breeder where they don't eat corn and milk. If they don't eat their first meal, they get called for snake food.
That's true. Yeah.
Here's a good one. Do you feed live rodents now since you breed them?
Who does that ask?
SVB. S-VB.
Okay, SVB. We still feed frozen thawed. So what we do is we take our rodents and we euthanize them in a CO2 chamber because everything we've read says that's the most humane way to euthanize rodents. And then I'll sometimes, like with my bull snakes, the adult bull snakes, I'll take freshly euthanized rats and I'll just feed them as is because they're dry, because they haven't been frozen and then put in hot water. And then when the bull snake grabs it and they coil it and they drag it through their bedding, the bedding doesn't stick to them because they're dry. So I like to do that. For everything else, like with the mice, things that we freeze and then thaw, I just feed as normal, but we definitely do still feed frozen thawed. Yeah, good question.
Are we married?
We are. Yes.
Alex Coonan?
From Alex.
Yeah, from Alex.
Alex, yes, we are. You should show your ring on the camera. Yeah, nice. Yep, proof. I have my original wedding ring.
I lost mine within like the first month.
Ed lost his wedding ring.
This is my second one though, and I still have it.
You still have your second. That's good.
How long have we been married for?
That's
not on here. Oh, 6 years.
Okay, yeah, we've been married for 6 years. Our anniversary is October 25th, so it's actually coming. I could get you a snake for our anniversary gift because I don't have I got you some things.
You already
bought me things?
Yeah.
Off Wish. I love Wish.
Super cheap, coming from China.
Yes. That's okay. I won't know.
All right. From Laurel, do you play an instrument?
French horn for life. So in fifth grade, I started playing the trumpet, and then in seventh grade, I switched to the French horn, and I love it. I wish I was in a local community orchestra. I don't have a horn though, because they're like $3,000 for new ones. And I just don't have the time, but I love the French horn. Ed played percussion, and he was in choir. He was a choir kid.
I was a choir kid until I left, and I never sang again.
Yes, I still haven't heard him sing. He stopped singing after choir.
Yep.
So sad.
Go me.
Yeah, good job.
I sing to Cheyenne. She's the only one I sing to nowadays.
You sing to Cheyenne,
yep,
but
because she
me?
dances to me when I sing.
Oh, you jerk. So if I move my head back and forth like Cheyenne does, would you sing? Okay. Gosh.
What's a good snake to get if your parents are afraid of snakes?
I have heard a lot of parents overcoming a previous fear of snakes by being introduced to hognose snakes. But hognose snakes are difficult first pet snakes. So what I would do is just kind of do a lot of research and basically just work with your parents. I mean, if they don't want a snake, if they're terrified of snakes, then you might have to wait till you move out to get a pet snake. But
that's what we had to do.
That's what we did. Both of us had to wait till we moved out to get our first snakes. But if parents are on the fence, introduce them to hognose snakes and share how cool they are. But don't get a hognose snake as your first pet. Get a corn snake or a ball python instead.
Let's see here. What was the one that I saw? Oh, how do people buy a snake from you?
Oh, good question. Okay. How do you buy a snake from us? So we open our waiting lists on March 1st for the following summer's babies. So if you're interested, email us at sales@snakediscovery.com, which I guess I could write down. Okay, Ed's saying that. So sales@snakediscovery.com, you can email us there and just say, hey, I'd like to be put on the waiting list for blah, blah, blah snake. But don't do it now. Wait until March 1st when we open up the waiting lists. And then usually by March 10th, they're all full because we cap them at 75 per species that we're expecting to breed. So yeah, don't email us now. Email us in March as soon as you can in March, and then you can let us know what waiting list you want to be added to.
From Maya, ask Emily how Willie the Toad is doing. We really miss him.
Maya, you're watching?
Maya and Abby.
Oh my gosh, hey guys, Maya and Abby, they're my neighbors. I did their birthday party Sunday, just a couple days. One-Eyed Willie is doing great. We are going to do a video about him. And yeah, that's what his name is. Yeah, I think it's an adorable name. He only has one eye. And he ate cockroaches for us, actually, the day we got him from you on Sunday. So I think he's going to do really well. And he is inspiring a new video where we're going to talk about deformities seen in amphibians. So he's going to star in an upcoming video. But yeah, thank you again for thinking of me. And just let me know when you want him back in the spring, and then we can take him back. Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's Saline or Saline. I'm
Celine?
sorry, I'm bad with names. Celine.
Celine?
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 Probably Celine.
Celine? It's a pretty name.
She says, is it weird to send fan art as an adult? I'm 28.
No, I would love to see adult fan. You just kicked the stand.
Whoops.
No, I would love to see your. This is the extent of my drawing abilities. So anyone who can draw better than me, I'm always in awe of. So feel free to send fan art, even if you're an adult. You say 28?
Oh, jeez, I just shook on the camera.
Oh,
28, yep.
I'm 28.
She's your age.
We're the same age. Should we open something?
Sure, open this. This one came from
trade for a ball python.
From good old Amazon.
Whoa, this one came from Amazon. It says to Emily and Ed. Okay. And I know it's not something we ordered because we don't have things shipped to our P.O. box. I wonder if. Oh. I don't need a knife. I'm gonna make a mess in here though.
And I think, guys, I saw your guys' a couple of them. Brumation video is on the table. We're probably going to do an episode about kind of a string of episodes about breeding this year, like bull snakes and whatnot.
Probably. It says, "Hello, Snake Discovery. I saw the Pokemon on your couch, and you obviously love snakes. So why not combine the two? Thank you for such amazing videos from a fellow Poke fan and future snake mom, Sasha in Oregon." Sasha, what's in here? That's okay. Now I will need the knife.
Here's a quick question for you.
Yes.
Caribos as a pet, yay or nay?
If you're experienced, definitely yay. Caribos are cool. They're very fast-moving snakes, so be prepared to work with them to calm them down. Both our baby and Loki, the adult we have, are very wiggly snakes. So they're a good intermediate snake, I would say.
I saw that question a couple times, but thank you, AJ, for the question.
Thanks, AJ. What is... Oh, it says... Oh, I thought it said happy birthday. Happy every day.
Nice.
Okay, what is
I like
this?
every days.
It's Ekans.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is real. Oh my gosh. I don't have an Ekans stuffed animal. Thank you, Sasha. Here, we can add him. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Ekans can go. That's really cute. Here you go, Ekans.
Yeah, that's the first Ekans we've gotten.
Yeah.
I think we got a Pokemon card.
Pardon?
I think we got a Pokemon card.
Oh yeah, probably.
With
We're
Ekans
gonna
on
have a
it.
whole deck someday. That's gonna be amazing. Let's see, who should I grab? I can grab
yeah,
Charlotte
who do you
again.
want?
I'll grab a
Charlotte?
Hognose again, yeah.
Okay. You didn't have her up for very long.
No, got distracted with gifts. Hey, I'll be back.
Oh, you're still on camera.
Oh, okay. I'm back. Sweet. Hi, Charlotte. Oh, you're so sweet. We did a presentation at a college today using her, and she did really well. She made all of the students want snakes. Okay. Grab this. Ed's reading for questions, trying to scan.
Kitty Cat says, do you have any snakes that have special quirks?
Oh man, do we? Kitty cat. Yeah, we have lots of snakes that have quirks. Like, we produced a super conda hognose snake. He only ate live. And he had a slight kink, so we adopted him out instead of keeping him for breeding in the long run. But we have nearly headless Nick, who has no eyes. We have, who else are special needs snakes, would you say?
Well, I think anything that's like you have to do a certain thing for them in order to get them to eat or something like that.
I'll have to think of that one on the spot.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything on the spot.
Brad, our big female bull snake, I have to be careful for my life whenever I open up her tub, because I'll like pull up. I mean, all the tubs of our new, the big like ARS racks have that window in the front, and whenever I go in that room, she's staring at me through the window. I'm like, oh no. And if she's not, I'm more worried. So I'll like, if I have a rat with me, I don't know why she's not the rat. Pretend this is the rat. I'll open up the bin, and I need a shield to go in there. So I'll grab a big plastic lid, and I'll like hold it in front of me, because she'll come at me mouth open because she's expecting food, because she always is. And I'll have to like shield her until I have her in a good position, and then around this shield I can give her the rat. And that's the only time I can really clean her bin, is when she's distracted while eating. So that's when I clean everything.
Do we have any venomous species?
Venomous? Technically yes. We have
any
mildly
deadly venomous
Nothing's
species?
Deadly. Hognoses are mildly venomous. We have 3 false water cobras who are mildly venomous. Rear-fanged, Opistoglyphus is the term. We want to have a timber rattlesnake someday when we expand snake discovery. We've got some big plans with it coming up here pretty soon. I won't say too much.
In hopefully 2 months.
Yeah, a couple months there might be some big news on the channel. Patreon supporters already know a little bit about it, but we would like to get a timber rattlesnake for educational purposes. So we'd have to sign up for a permit and get one of the relocated ones in our area. So someday, yes.
How is Bob Ross? And I am sorry, guys, if you the poisonous one came from, or venomous one came from Arctic.
Oh, thanks, Arctic.
Yeah, how is Bob Ross from Olivia?
Snake, Bob Ross snake, if I remember correctly, that one is one that hasn't eaten yet, but so have, what was it, 7? I think I have 8, I said. 8 baby hognose snakes that haven't eaten quite yet. Looks just fine, acts just like the other snakes. It's an adorable little hognose snake, but it's being a typical picky hognose snake. When it eats, though, we'll find him a new home. End up being a female.
Bobby Ross.
Bobby Ross.
Do you like dogs and cats, even though you're allergic? From Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany.
Thank you for the donation, Tiffany.
Oh, thank you, Tiffany. A good question, too. I do like dogs and cats. I mean, I'm not like super in love with dogs and cats. I think it might be because I grew up being allergic to them, so I just never had that bond. I was obsessed with cats, I guess, when I was a really little kid before I got into birds. But then I realized I was allergic, and we went our separate ways, cats and myself, because I just went with exotics. But yeah, I still like them. Still do like them. I wish I could pet them, but I can't. Ed loves the dogs,
Yeah,
though.
dogs are awesome.
Well, you want an Australian Shepherd someday. Yep. You should say what you've owned.
Mainly English setters. My parents had a Brittany, but English setters, Brittany, Yorkies. My parents have Chihuahuas, which are, even though they're footballs, they're adorable.
Footballs with little legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, its parents have cute little Chihuahuas right now.
So Hazel wants to know, she's in a wheelchair, and she wants a snake, but it's hard for her to feed them. Do you have any suggestions for that?
Okay, Hazel, a good snake. I would recommend a snake that is maybe just a little bit slower moving snake, so it's easier for you to reach in and grab. But when I do programs, and sometimes students will be in wheelchairs as well, I find the best snakes to hand off to them would be my ball python, the one I use in programs, because she's a bigger, thicker bodied snake, so she sits really well in arms, and they're a nice, easy snake to take care of in general, so I would go with the ball python. And don't think they're boring just because everyone has them. You can get a really cool morph. There's like over 5,000 different color and pattern morphs nowadays, so I would do a really cool ball python.
And I would say just try and get some kind of like a tub or a tank or something that front opening would work really well for that.
Yeah, you could put the enclosure up on like a cabinet or a shelf or something, and then front opening, that'd be pretty easy. And then just put, if you have lights on it, you could do lights on a timer so you don't even have to worry about that too.
Chad
Hey,
donated.
Chad.
He said drive by super chat. Bam.
Nice. Hi, Chad. Good to see you. Super chat. Scrolling through quick.
This is a really good question. Luna, thank you for the donation. I should say Chad, thank you for the donation. Luna.
Oh, thank you, Chad.